What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Next Gen Career Mode. This is episode number 55, and we start today's episode with the confirmation that Sydney Sam is going to be out for 3 weeks. Of course, got injured in the last game against Borussia Mönchengladbach. He'll be out for 3 weeks, and also William Carvalho says he wants a new contract, and the board have decided to transfer list him. And that's really frustrating because I didn't even get a chance to offer him a new contract, and because we don't have too much money, I don't really think we can afford to anyway. So it's kind of annoying. That's like the board saying to us, you know, we're giving you no choice. Basically, we're not going to give you any more money, and we're just going to transfer list them straight away without even, you know, giving you a chance to do anything, which is kind of annoying, but that's just one of those things. But anyway, we had 2 international friendlies here with the Netherlands. The first one was against Belgium, which we drew 1 apiece, and the second one was against Australia. We got to a great start. Streetman scored in the 15th minute. Wijnaldum then scored in the 52nd to make it 2-0. Then De Jong made it 3-0 in the 68th, and that was how the game would finish. So I'm very excited for the World Cup, or the Euros, or the World Cup, or the Euros. I think it's the Euros, actually. Yeah, the Euros. Euro 2016 coming the end of the season. That should be really good fun to play in. So I'm really excited for that. And also, I did offer William Carvalho a new contract, and I also decided to request some funds from the board as well, as we don't really have that much money here. So I asked for $1 million. We'll wait and see what they say, and they did give us £812,000. So that's not too bad. We'll take a little bit more cashish. And also, William Carvalho says the contract we offered him was not good enough, which is a real shame. But we'll offer him a new one in a couple of weeks' time, and hopefully this time he'll accept it. I did, you know, offer him 10 grand a week less than he wanted, but I still thought it would be okay. But I guess we'll just have to offer him a new one in the near future. But also, Serge Gnabry is coming back from injury, which is really good. He of course got injured a couple games ago against Anderlecht in the Champions League, so he's coming back from injury, which is good. And also, we take on Hannover 96 here for the first of 2 games in today's episode. So we take on Hannover away from home. Of course, we took their goalkeeper last year, Ron Reverse Zila, so they would have needed to replace him. And they've still got some good players, Hannover, you know, and as you can see here, although they're not in the top 10, they've got some very decent players in their squad. And, you know, I guess with a little bit more work done to them, they could get some decent players in there and possibly, you know, possibly do a lot better next year. But still, players like Pablo Hernandez and Eliseo is good as well, and Ibisevic is a really good striker, and Pocognogli is a decent left back. So they've got some good players, but the first chance would come to the home side, and it was Pablo Hernandez who got onto the ball, offloaded it towards Ibisevic, back to Pablo Hernandez. The Spanish player gets on the ball, rises the challenge of Robin, swings in across, and in the centre, the header is met, and it's put into the bottom corner. So as I said, they've got some decent players, and they did indeed take the lead just before the 11th minute mark. It's the number 16 who gets the goal, and it is 1-0 to the home side. But in the 47th minute, we tried to respond in the second half, and we did just that. William Carvalho, playing for a new contract, wins the header and makes it 1 apiece. So nothing really to report in the first half other than the goal. Nothing really to report in the second half straight away other than the goal. So it's 1 apiece here, and the 64th minute, Eliseo gets on the ball here, plays it back towards Pocognogli. Eventually, Hanno keep on going. Pablo Hernandez gets onto the ball. Nice little touch by the Spaniard there. Keeps on going, keeps on going, keeps on going. Plays it backwards towards the number 8. Then back out wide towards Eliseo. Down the left-hand side here. He keeps on going. He keeps on going. Rise the challenge. I didn't want to lunge. I just wanted to jockey, but we just couldn't get the ball off them. And as Pocognogli plays it back into the centre here, eventually it's played forward towards Prib, who plays a great ball in towards the centre, but it's a good stop by Ter Stegen, and we managed to get the ball away there. So good save by our goalkeeper. And Hannover, another side on career mode, I just really do struggle to get the ball off. And again, Prib gets on the ball here. Thankfully, we make the challenge and get the ball away. So still 1 apiece, but in the 82nd minute, another good chance for the home side. It's Pocognogli who strikes it from range, but thankfully Ter Stegen tips it behind for a corner, and that was how the game would finish. So a 1-1 draw. We didn't really create any chances in this game other than the goal that William Carvalho scored. I played really poorly, and I guess I was lucky to get a point. You know, Ter Stegen made a couple of good saves, and you know, their shooting wasn't the best, but even so, a 1-1 draw. Not really the best of results, but I didn't play very well, so I guess I just had to be happy that I didn't lose the game. I guess that's the main thing, really. But still, a 1-1 draw, and that's just how it is. And following that, we saw that Avijaj says that he's been speaking to his agent, and he wants to get in the team a bit more, and it's really frustrating. He's been on the loan list since the day we signed him. That was at the start of last year, and he still hasn't had a single offer, and it's just so annoying. You know, I talked about this briefly in the last episode, or possibly the episode before that. it's infuriating because you just can't seem to loan out players easily on this game. It's I'm not saying that you should get an offer after the day you put them on a loan list, but it should be a lot easier than it is right now. It seems impossible to get your young players out on loan. But anyway, we're also seeing that Sydney Sam's coming back from injury. That's obviously great news for us because he's a pace demon and he's a regular member of our first 11 side. And we take on Manchester United for the second and final game of today's episode in the Champions League. 2 games in, both teams have won their opening 2 games, so this is a really big game here at the Olympiastadion. Whatever team wins this game, you'd definitely say they're the favourites to top this group come the end of the group, and should definitely be looking to qualify, no doubt about it. So we take on United here, and the first chance of 4 in the 9th minute, Marcos Rocha delivers a throw in, but unfortunately Lasogga flicks on the header, but it goes straight into the gloves of David De Gea. But directly from that, it's the Spanish goalkeeper who kicks the ball long towards Robin van Persie. It's not won by the Dutch striker, and as Ginter collects it here, he gives it to Serge Gnabry back from injury. He plays a quick 1-2 with Lasogga, goes down the right hand side, he's got the pace to beat Butner, keeps on going, drills in a shot, but De Gea makes a good save, and it's cleared away by Phil Jones there. So Gnabry back from injury here, really good chance for him to open a score in there, but still scoreless. But in the 18th minute here, Ron Roberts-Zila, the former United goalkeeper, gives the ball to Serge Gnabry. He finds Marcos Rocha here down the right hand side, takes on Butner, and despite the ball going out for a throw, we quickly take it. Butner wasn't having a good start to this game, and Gnabry was beating him all ends up, and as he swings in across, well, I have to say, David De Gea, I really like him as a goalkeeper, but that was some really poor goalkeeping, terrible from the goalkeeper really, and Lasogga in the area wins the header and makes it 1-0 to Hertha Berlin. So that's really poor from De Gea, I mean, that's really weak. He's got to get there, he doesn't. I know Lasogga's 6'2", I know he's really strong, but I'm sorry, you've got to win that in the air. David De Gea needs to punch that away, he doesn't get anywhere near it, neither does Johnny Evans, and Lasogga makes it 1-0 to Hertha Berlin early on in this game. So 1-0 to Hertha Berlin, United behind, and a very good start for Lasogga and of course for us. And in the 24th minute he sees Fellaini get dispossessed by Volland, rolls it through towards Lasogga. It's Marco Reus down the left hand side, he's got the pace to beat Johnny Evans, he keeps on going, drills a shot in, but De Gea makes up for his mistake with a very good save, and it is cleared away. So still 1-0 here, but a very good save by De Gea. But from that, Kagawa gets on the ball and William Carvalho makes an amazing challenge, and Marcos Rocha goes for the goal from miles out, but unfortunately it goes just wide of the post. At first I thought De Gea had left and it was going to creep in, but unfortunately not. Still 1-0. In the 30th minute we had a free kick here, Marco Reus is standing over it, the wall crept forward, so I decided to give the ball to Lasogga here. He's got the shot power, but I wasn't going to let him take the free kick, so I gave it straight back to Marco Reus. I was just annoyed because the wall crept forward a little bit, and they did the exact same again, but this time the referee penalised them, so the referee tells them to get back an extra yard, and I think he also booked Fellaini as well. So Reus stands over the free kick here, and he goes for goal himself here, tries to find the top corner, and he finds it. Marco Reus scores the first free kick goal of the series. I'm shocking at free kicks, I score 1 in about 1,000 attempts, but Reus gets this one into the back of the net, and it's also an inch perfect free kick as well. It was absolutely perfect. De Gea was at fault for the first goal, but there's nothing you can do about this. Look at this on the replay. Reus takes it, pops it into the top corner, and it is 2-0 to Hertha Berlin. It was a real shame as well because the replays EA gave me were really poor, because the replays on this game look fantastic in next gen, but unfortunately the replays EA gave me were really poor, so I had to make my own ones at half time. As you can see here, the 3 that I got were really poor, so I made 2 better ones here. This one's a really nice one from behind the goal, and the second one is from behind Marco Reus, and they were both really good. You can see by the free kick here, it's right into the top corner. What a goal that is, no chance for De Gea, and it is Hertha Berlin 2, Manchester United 0, and Marco Reus gets our first free kick goal of the series. In the 42nd minute he sees Kevin Volland win the header. Schmelzer gets onto the ball down the left hand side, takes on Raphael, beats him, crosses the ball in towards Lasogga. Can he make it 3-0? Unfortunately not, it goes just wide of the post. But to be honest, we were in cruise control, we were playing so well, and in the second half United needed to respond, but really they didn't get going. And in the 53rd minute Ginter plays a crossfield ball towards Serge Gnabry. Gnabry gets past Butner here, who's having a shocking game trying to contain Gnabry, finds Marcos Rocha here down the right hand side, gets onto his left foot here and smashes the ball into the back of the net, and I think that might actually be his first goal for the club as well. Marcos Rocha gets it, and it is Hertha Berlin 3, Manchester United 0. So really good finish there, and there's no coming back for United. So 3-0, and that was the game sealed. They would have one chance here just before the hour mark. Phil Jones found Robin van Persie, but thankfully Zila made a really good save to keep the score at 3-0, and it was indeed how the game would finish. So 3-0 3-0 victory against United. That means that from our opening 3 games in the Champions League, we have 3 wins, 9 points, and it's been an absolutely incredible start to this European Champions League group. And there's certainly now, you know, no question in my mind, we are definitely going through to the knockout stages. There'll be no late drama like there was last time. We'll definitely be going through, and hopefully, touch wood, we'll also be topping the group as well. You definitely have us down as favourites as things stand. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, so much appreciated. It really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of my Next Gen Career Mode very soon.